Good morning, everybody. It's Lee here from Let's Talk About It. And today we're talking with Jennifer Demiri, and her business is called Create Again Coaching. So hi, Jennifer. How are you today?
Hi, Lee.
Nice.
Thanks for having me.
So I'll tell you a little bit about Jennifer before we start. So Jennifer is an accomplished success coach with extensive experience in breakup coaching. So have you heard of that before? She's going to tell you all about it. She acquired her knowledge through the relationships she experienced throughout the years and growing through separation and divorce, which most of us have been through or going through right now or about to. The breakdown of her marriage was one of the hardest times she experienced in her life. She lost her identity and direction, as most of us do, but she was fortunate to have people around her who supported her and empowered her to become the best version of herself. And look how gorgeous she's looking today. So Jennifer is authentic and a compassionate coach whose mission it is to support and inspire individuals to live their best life post-breakup, separation, and divorce. So over to you, Jennifer. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself first, and then we'll get to your business?
Yes, sure. A lot that is part of my business is about me as well, because the business is based on my experience. So, 3 years ago now, my husband and I separated. And as you said, it was one of the toughest times in my life. I didn't see it coming. It really hit me like a fist in the stomach because I didn't expect it. So, and one of the first things that really went through my mind was, how am I going to be without him? Because my entire future and my identity was always the two of us.
Yes.
I thought about finances, how am I financially going to support myself? And then, of course, things like what are my friends and family going to think? Me being divorced, especially considering that some people in my family have been married for a very, very long time. So, that feeling of failure came through as well. But I was really, really lucky to, be surrounded by people that cared about me, that supported me, friends, family, and at the beginning, of course, they were saying, "Oh, it's all him, had nothing to do with you." But of course, when you really start thinking about it, looking back at things, it's always two people. There are two people in the marriage, so there are two people that are responsible. And obviously, during the marriage, that I knew that there were things or behaviors that I didn't like about myself, but I didn't know how to work on them and tackle them. So I did a lot of work with myself, on working on those things that I didn't like about myself. Did a lot of research, a lot of reading, worked with some professionals as well to really figure out what's going on a deeper level. And learn to love myself again, which was one of the biggest things that I didn't have during my marriage. I didn't love myself enough.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, yes, how can someone else love you if you don't love yourself?
Yes.
And learned more about self-care. I became a kinder person, a lot calmer, and I actually became the person that I was always meant to be after the marriage. So then last year during lockdown, I started to think about, okay, what's going to happen with my life, because I worked in an industry that was very heavily impacted. So I decided I am going to start my own coaching business. I have been coaching as part of my other job before, just in a very different way. So then I started the breakup coaching because I wanted to help other people, women and men, to rediscover their identity, rediscover who they are, and learning how to actually live the best life they possibly can, and giving them tools as well to go into their next relationship in not losing their identity again and still being a whole person rather than being a half of something, because you have to be a whole individual on your own before you can actually make a good, successful relationship.
That's so true. And just with you saying that now, I remember when we had premarital counseling from my the minister at the Methodist Church way back then in 1983 in South Africa, he actually said to us, it's not a 50-50, it's a 100% relationship. So that's awesome what you just said, because that's so true.
Thank you.
So tell us, how did you start the business, and what do you offer us all, and how did you start your first customer? I mean, I know we all know people, so how did it all begin, and where do you see yourself going in the future?
Yes. So obviously I did some research on how to start a business. I did do a certificate for life coaching as well, just to make sure I really back up my skills and everything that I've learned on the research. And I will actually this year do an NLP course as well, just to broaden my knowledge and my skills. And we'll be studying a few subjects in psychology as well, just to offer my clients really the best service possible. Um, yeah, I guess how did I start the business? I have never had a business before, so I guess I just jumped. And
Excellent. There's only one way to do it, eh?
yeah, absolutely. And I definitely learned done is better than perfect on some occasions, because if you wait for the perfect moment, the perfect website, the perfect ideas, you will never start.
Yes.
So yes, of course, I am a recovering perfectionist, because perfectionism is really just a mask. It's hiding something. It's a perception, but perfection doesn't exist. So obviously I'm striving to do the best thing I possibly can. And that's what I did when I started the business. So obviously doing a business plan, which is constantly evolving, doing the usual things, did my coaching course, as I was saying. And yeah, my first clients pretty much came through friends and family as well. So I obviously wanted to practice at the beginning. So I just asked friends and family if I can practice a couple of sessions with them, just to see how it goes. And yeah, some of those really, really enjoyed the coaching. And yeah, have kept working with me. Obviously, word of mouth has been really, really big. But of course, you also need to make sure that you are present on platforms such as Facebook, Instagram. I have my website, of course, as well, and have workshops for people to attend in person. But also, we'll have some webinars coming up very, very shortly as well, and a retreat at the end of the year.
That sounds excellent.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to it. And just a little secret that no one really knows just yet, so keep it to yourself. I'm actually starting my own podcast in July as well, talking about different things in terms of separation and divorce, talking to different people such as family lawyers, financial coaches, and so on, just to support some other people on that way as well.
Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
We have a star in the making.
No.
Star. No, but helping people in wherever they are, and also where they are. So they might be on podcasts, they might be on Facebook, they might be on Instagram. Everybody's on Zoom these days, so they got their Zoom, because that's how we're living these days. So you covering all the bases. So next will be a radio.
Who knows?
Radio, not station, a radio slot somewhere. That would be awesome. And
I'm fortunate that I have clients in Europe as well, and in the US. So I do my coaching either face to face or via Zoom or phone, whatever works best for them as well.
That's really good. And then how long do you have a set time? Like we do 6 coaching sessions, or is it dependent on the person? And is it a course they would do with you, a program they do with you at a set amount, or is it hourly? So just give us a little bit of insight into how you do your sessions, and the money, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually just changed a little bit on how I do my coaching sessions. So I changed the packages a little bit. So we have the commitment phobe, which is individual one-on-one sessions. But it's no lock-in, so you can sort of see how you go with your first session and then book your next session. And it doesn't have to be like within a certain amount of time frame. And the session length for that is about 60 minutes. Of course, sometimes it can go slightly over as well. So that's sort of the starter for someone that sort of says, yes, I do want to improve my life and invest in my growth, but I'm just not sure at this point in time how life coaching fits into my life just yet. Then we have the committed but taking it slow package. So it is a bundle of 10, which will have to be used within a time frame of 12 months. And again, the sessions are about 60 minutes, and I will also include a complimentary workshop attendance as well to that. And yeah, so this is for the people that are serious about the growth. They know that coaching is for them, but they don't want to be just locked into a particular time frame, or they still want to work at their own pace within a year's time. Then we have the short-term relationship, which is a 3 months coaching package. And I include 12 coaching sessions. So it's pretty much on a weekly basis. And each session is 60 to 90 minutes. So I'm also spending a little bit of extra time with my clients. They will also receive access to one of my workshops and additional support outside of the regular weekly coaching sessions. So yes, this is for people that are absolutely serious and really want to kickstart their growth journey and want to learn more about the tools and figure out, but also want to figure things out on their own. And then we have the thank you. And then we have the long-term relationship package, which is a 6 months coaching program with 20 coaching sessions, 60 to 90 minutes. I will include 2 of my workshops into that. Then, of course, again, the additional support outside of the coaching sessions, and people can bring one of their friends at 50% off to one of the workshops as well.
That's really good.
Yes. And yeah, so that's absolutely for people that do want to, have long-term growth and development, and want to learn all the tools and elevate their life moving forward. But all my coaching is absolutely personalized. So I generally, what I would do is I would have a 30-minute complimentary breakthrough session. So during that session, what I will do is I'll obviously find out where people are in their life at that point in time and where they want to go, sort of discovering a little bit more about the areas that they want to work on, if it is breakup coaching or general life coaching. And based on that, I make a suggestion, of course, what would work best for them. Or we can, for example, start on the individual sessions. And then if people realize, yes, this is absolutely for me, can move that over into the 3 or 6 months coaching packages if they would like to. So that's absolutely possible as well.
And at any point, if they've signed on for the 3-month one and then decide, actually, I want to do the year, the long-term relationship, you've obviously got a way for them to just slide on over to.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. And of course, in terms of pricing, I know, especially when you are doing the breakup coaching component, and finances are always something that people struggle to prioritize during a time of a separation and divorce, because there are just so many things that overwhelm. I do offer payment plans as well for my clients.
Well, that's important to know, because as you said, normally during that breakup, you don't know where, especially if you haven't been working, and you need to start finding yourself from the beginning, like rebirth basically from who you are and what you're doing. Wow, that's amazing. Do you have the speed dating?
That might be something for the future.
Speed dating session. So this is your speed dating session, everybody, because you're getting to know Jennifer here, and that's what it's all about. And we'll give you her number and website so you can call her afterwards. Yeah, that's amazing. do you see yourself, so you're working from home and on Zoom and in person and everything, so that's good. Do you see yourself maybe getting an office at some point, and maybe other trainers if you're going to grow? Because obviously you've got a vision
Yeah.
to grow and help as many people. I mean, your vision must be to help as many people as you can.
Yes, absolutely. So eventually there will be an office, and I think my long-term vision is to also create a certification program for people that are interested in breakup coaching and helping people on the same way. So I have my own certification program and launching that into the world, helping people globally as well. As I said, I do already have clients in the US and Europe as well,
Yes.
which is amazing. So yeah, having my own certification program would be amazing to then train other people in the breakup coaching and get them to help people on a global basis, in the particular country that they're in.
Yes.
And I am currently writing a book as well. It is a little bit on the back foot at the moment, just because there's so many other things going on
Yeah.
with like the podcast and my clients at the moment.
Yeah.
So, but I'm aiming to have the book pretty much finished by the end of the year, hopefully with release next year. So we
Yeah,
see how.
so how proud are we, all of you, to be you're like a she-hero. So when you had the breakup, I bet you never imagined you'd be where you are today, and then also helping people, but going be, your plans are huge, and I can see great success. So this is what people need to hear, are real stories, because when you're in it, you can't see a future. You can't see a glimmer of hope, but to meet somebody like you and have you coaching them, you've been through it all. So and they can see that you blossoming. So there is hope for us all at the end of the day.
Oh,
So
thank you.
you're doing an amazing job. Now, I think that's amazing. And interviewing women around Australia, and I've interviewed some people from overseas as well, but mostly the Australian women inspire me. There's so many of us out there and doing so much to help other people. And we don't know about it, which is why I wanted to do these Let's Talk About It, because it's so important to see what everybody's doing, and that you can do it. You can do it, and you've got all the support that is out there, and it's out there.
Yeah,
So,
no, absolutely. And yeah, as you were saying, after the separation, I would have never even thought about starting my own business. So yeah, and doing this now is already a massive step ahead in my journey. And yes, all the vision that I have for the my coaching and helping people all around the world. But for me, it's really more about helping other people than anything else,
yes.
because I just think it's so important to, yeah, come out of a situation that you think is completely hopeless,
Mm.
and really rebuilding yourself and becoming the best version that you can possibly be. And yes, of course, there will be days, that are not all happy and great. And I have those myself. And, sometimes, being a business owner can be quite a lonely thing as well. So that's why I love also surrounding myself with other women in business, especially, having great visions for their future as well. So I make sure that I definitely stay in touch with those women and get inspired by them every single day as well.
We definitely need those other women in our lives. Everybody needs somebody to look up to and get that encouragement from, because everybody has down days.
Yes.
And the fact that we get up and show up, that's a win to start. But if you can connect with those positive women who that day are having a good day,
Yeah.
well, that just lifts you up totally, and then you can carry on, and then you can be that lift for somebody maybe the next day. So that's how we roll, us women. It's really good. All right. Well, have you any final words you'd like to say? I know we're going to put your website in the event, and we're going to put your contact numbers and everything else. So this is going to air on Saturday night, which is tonight at 5 p.m. Perth time, and at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Brisbane time. So, and everywhere else, so it'll be 8 p.m. in Sydney and all of that. But it's going to go live then, premiering, and you'll be able to see gorgeous Jennifer. But have you any final words to say?
Yeah, I mean, if anything that I just said resonates with you, please follow my Instagram, Create Again, or check out my website, createagain.com.au. Book in a 30-minute complimentary breakthrough sessions where we can discuss anything that you want to discuss, and find out if coaching with me is the right thing for you and for your future. And for everyone that is wanting to proceed with coaching, that has watched this interview, I would love to give a 5% discount when quoting Talk About It, when making your bookings for any of my packages.
Oh, that's amazing. So did you hear that, people? 5% discount if you watch this interview, and you can first of all get your free session. So that 30 minutes to see. And I think it's very important that we do. I'm busy recreating myself and rebranding myself at the moment with a coach. So yesterday, the lights do come on eventually. You can't see it for yourself. Other people can see it, but you can't see it. But yesterday the light came on because she called me because she knew I didn't get it. We spent about 2 hours, and then it was like, finally, okay, I get it now. And that's what you do for your ladies and men is when you're in it, it's really hard, but you lift them up and you work them through the steps. So it's not from sad and depressed to happy. It's a process, and we all need to do the process. And it doesn't just happen once in our lives. We have to keep on doing it. So for those of you who've been through separation and divorce and just want to find out who you are or change who you are, coaching, go and do some coaching with Jennifer, because we all need to grow and we all need to learn more about ourselves, and we can all be better.
Yeah, it's a never-ending process.
We can all be better. So lovely chatting to you. And I look forward to talking to you soon and listening to your podcast.
Thank you.
So thanks very much.